wonderful friends. Meg is here on a beautiful day. That little intro song, did you notice at the end it said, "Truth has saved me"? And I was just thinking about those lyrics and all the testimonies we've gotten over these years of people being healed, delivered from, just torments in their own mind, has all been from words, from truth. And I grabbed Asha Come this morning, and it says word. Truth dispels its opposite. Truth can save you. I won't go into all the different stories, but the people that got set free from OCD and depression and even sickness in their body all came when they were able to hold a true word. And the truth saved them. And it just hit me so hard today that we need to know the truth so that we can think the truth and we can experience the truth. We can live in the real world. So beautiful. This little book here, I've been showing it over the last week. It's Asha Come. And I love it so much. At the same time, it breaks my heart because the pages are falling out, the cover's ripped off, and it's out of print. And I just feel an obligation to read some of this because it's so good. And I know people can't get their hands on it right now. Let me just read a few of these. It says, and so it'll give you a word. And then, it's almost a lot like Asha, right? A statement and a teaching. Hold. I meditate on the highest principle, and a treasure house opens up before me. Right? We meditate on Asha, on the truth, on the real, and a treasure house opens up before us. It's that truth that saves us, that makes life beautiful, that makes life the way it really is. I like this one. It says, "Free, my birthright." I think that's so cool. You've heard this one before. Health, sickness and disease dies when it touches me. Right? When you can hold those kind of frequencies, those truths, there's power in that. Awakened. I am the perfect creator's perfect thought. Magic. Magic is speaking the omnipotent idea, Asha, the highest truth. So we think the truth, and then our spells are when we speak truth, and it dissipates the lie. Just like word right there, right? Word says truth dispels its opposites. A great example of that is one of my favorite testimonies we've had on here was one of our wonderful friends that thought that she was separated from God, right? Had that fear of hell. I understand it. You guys know my testimony. And when she heard the simple truth right here, let me pull. So I don't know if you guys ever seen, this is my original copy of Asha. You talk about falling apart, written in. And so when I try to find stuff in here, it's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Let me find this. This is the very first spell ever written down. And what they would do is they would cast a circle of flour. Imagine like there's someone sick, maybe disease, either mind or body. And so they would put a circle of flour around them, and then they would recite this incantation. It's circle of oath. Insurmountable divine circle of oath, heaven and earth's unaltered circle by oath. God is one and cannot be changed. God and man shall not be divided. You cannot be sent to hell, child of God. You cannot be separated from God because that's what you are. You are God's stuff. And I know the world religions to keep people in fear and that sense of separation. And they've created a problem so that they have the answer for you. But it's going to cost you your money and your time and your mind and your life. If they say go in and kill and destroy and bring us back the treasures, you do it, right? You'll live and die for God and country. So they have to create the God and the ideas and the idea that you can be separated from God. The original religion, the very first prayer ever was you and God cannot be separated. The prayer Yata'ahu. This is the prayer that God prays. And I always found that fascinating. And I love when the first time we hear about God praying this, the devil was coming to God and saying, I'm going to separate you from your creation. And God laughed it off. He said, you cannot separate me from my creation because they are me. You cannot separate me. You have no power, no authority over me. Right? And then he prays Yata'ahu. What is praying then? Who is God praying to, right? How do they teach you? Like praying is begging a deity in the sky, someone higher than you, or trying to make a deal, right? No, prayer or spells is decreeing and declaring truth, right? And so God prayed Yata'ahu, which is basically just truth. I win, you lose. And the evil spirit goes away. We need to be like Daddy. Right? We decree and declare truth. And it is because Asha is. Oh, this is kind of perfect, goes with it. On a subconscious level, I live in truth, and the lie of discord disappears. The spell of separation is broken. In truth, all is good, all is God. Asha is. How blessed are we to be living in Asha, in truth. Is it amazing the power of words? The power of words to bind people in a lie and illusion, to put them in a hell in their own mind, and then the power of words to set people free, to bring them into Asha, into heaven on earth, into what's real, the perfect Creator's perfect idea, which happens to be the secret formula for Magi magic. It's our reason. We have a reason to believe, to have such high faith, because we know the only thing that could come from a perfect Creator's perfect mind is perfection, is Asha. It's pure, unmixed, undefiled, undiluted, pure. Not love and hate, not peace and war, not heal you, send disease, just good. If you stumbled on this channel and you're brand new to it, that's what sets our original religion, Zoroastrianism, apart from the others, is God is the highest principle of good. He's unmixed. You'll see in the other religions, God can love or hate. Right? He can heal or send disease. There's stories in those books that don't resonate as just the highest principle of good. The original religion, God was just good. And Zarathustra says, if we'll restore God's image back to what it really is, that right frequency, that true frequency, that pure frequency, and we'll bring that God into us, that spirit, that idea, that word, right? It changes us. We become one with that truth, and we create Asha. We've become Asha. We become the truth. We are who we truly are. We awaken to who we truly are at a heart level, right? I come from good spirit. I'm made of good spirit. I'm God's stuff. If you've seen me, you've seen the loving Father. The only thing that could come from a perfect Creator's perfect mind is perfection. I am that. I'm not my past failures, mistakes, errors, sins. I knew when I incarnated into a body, into this earth, into this mixed world, that, even in my genes and DNA passed from parents and grandparents, were going to be sins, errors, addictions, right? At no time was I in danger of being separated from God for that, or else I would not have incarnated. God would not have let me come. Father God would not have let me come. God, me, would not have come, right? But we knew we would come and we'd move the needle towards positivity, away from negativity, a love away from hate, truth away from the lie. And we saw our lifeline from beginning to end, and we chose to come. That's beautiful. That should give you peace. Everything's happening right on time. Everything is going to be okay, because you don't have to search for God. God is in you, and you are in God. You are one, and there's no separation, and there never will be separation. And to have more of that God good in this existence, to have more truth and less lie, to have more love and less hate, right? You got to go inside to that divine spark, that Fafashi, attune yourself to that right idea, that right God, that right spirit, and hold that and be that, and you will see it. My friends, you'll create Asha, the truth, the real. I love, love, love you.